Okay, so I know it's been a while, but so I come to get my car fixed, and as soon as I pull up to come get my car fixed, I already got people waiting in the parking lot. A couple dudes hopped out. A couple dudes already parked. It's a bit funny. It's not really funny no more, but I mean, at this point of going through this stuff every day, all day, it's a little extreme. But, I mean, what can I do but go through it? You guys haven't heard from me for a while because it was so much on my mind, like going through this stuff. That's all I thought about. That's all I thought about because that's all I was going through. And so it just really got to me. And then I start going off of my emotions. So when I start going off of my emotions, I fell back into the old habit of drinking, binge drinking, kind of partying, just out there. And I had to get myself out of that situation. I tried to get back to I have a cousin that I used to hang out with all the time. But it's so much, it's the reason why we stopped hanging around each other. She introduced me to abortions a long time ago. And one time I not accidentally, but she was talking a lot of crap, and she had been drinking, and she had like a bottle of Budweiser in her hand. And like I pulled my car over, and I was like, when I pull my car over, you're gonna get out my car. She wouldn't get out my car. So literally, I pulled over to the side. This was years ago, over like maybe 15 years ago. So when I opened the side of my back car door, because I had a passenger in the side, so when I opened my back car door, she finally got out. She was still talking crazy. And so as I was pulling, I kept telling her, I'm leaving, you need to close my door. She would not close my door, but her hand was on the door. So as I was pulling off, going straight forward, she held on to the car. So when I stopped my brakes, when I noticed she was still like holding on to the car, I stopped my brakes. And when I stopped my brakes, she fell. And I guess the bottle did go inside her stomach. And got out the car, and I was like, oh my God, like, oh my gosh, you okay? And I remember it being like another man who ran up to the car trying to see if she was okay. And she's like, oh, telling the guy, oh, she tried to kill me. And so I had left her there with the guy because I was like, oh my gosh, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to leave her, get her out of my car and leave. And I remember like a lot of detectives and police coming to my house and just asking me numerous questions, and I'm telling them what happened. And no charges didn't come up of it, but then we're first cousins. She's the oldest cousin, I'm the second oldest. And then we started back together. It's always been volatile, the relationship, because I've always fought for her. She's never fought for me. So I was always like her little, the side, I don't know what the heck you want to call me back then, but I always like did what she wanted me to do. Like she ran the relationship. So yeah, so after all these years, we start back talking, and I tried to invite her to come out. So she came out, and she brought someone else. So I knew when she brought someone else with her, I knew that was going to probably be a disaster. And I was telling my daughter, like, oh my gosh, why is she bringing someone else with her, when I'm trying to like talk to her and show her a good time. But anyways, it didn't end well. And so in this process, some people you can't go back and try to have a relationship with. It's just, if God removed them out your life or you out of their life, it's just done with. I haven't been drinking or nothing like that. Haven't been running the streets. I did get back into a relationship, and if you're gonna be in a relationship, it's just hard to be in a relationship because the bullshit and the drama before you can see through a lot of stuff. And it's like, even trying to be in a relationship, it just seems like you're getting played, or it's not. It's like, I can't explain it, but It's a lot to try to be in a relationship, but it's like you don't want to really be alone. And then you have these kids, and then like I have kids, and so it's like I'm trying to do the best I can with these kids, going through this gang stalking, do the best I can do with my kids. Try not to let the gang stalking overwhelm me emotionally. Dealing with everyday life struggles. And now they have this new thing. Well, I don't send my kids to school, so they do the computer thing. So now they have this computer thing, and it's like I have an elementary school child. So it's like when you have an elementary school child, it's like they have the teachers there that are actually inside of your home listening to your full conversations. So that's a whole nother thing. You know, it's like it doesn't stop. And it's just a lot. Like you could try to run away from this situation or whatever you're gonna try to do, but it's still happening. With or without you, the situation is still happening. I get the tons of bright lights a day. I get the one eye. Like it just became normal with the one eye out here, and I'm like, okay, like that's just a normal thing. The sirens, all of that is just normal. The stares, the glares, it's not going, I mean, it's just out in the open. So the only thing you can do is to try and better yourself. And you can't go off of your emotions and get caught back up in, you know, your emotions. You know, because your emotions will lead you astray, you know. That's why it's just on the straight and narrow. Like, you can't get off track. You got to stay on course no matter what, because they're doing what they're doing no matter what. They do not care. They're going to continue to do what they're doing because that's their job, is to do what they're doing to you. So it doesn't matter if you're having a good week or a bad week, a good day or a bad day. You know, you have to keep your stuff straight because they don't care. They don't care. Like, this car has been sitting here since I pulled up, and I could obviously tell they were here for me. A black couple sitting in the car. And then as I sit up, start recording them, now they're finally leaving. Like, okay. And then, like, I wanted to talk about, like, when I was talking about the odor that I had before, and it's real strong and all this. When I said that back in the day I was doing these drugs and I really don't know what they were giving me. That's when my targeting really first started. I think part of that is that I could have polluted my body. But then the other part of that, I think that I had gotten the weight loss diet thing, like the surgery where they, I forgot the name of the surgery, but where they go in and they mess with your stomach. And I remember getting the surgery done and just something just seemed off. Like, I'm not passing stools every day, like literally. So that's like keeping toxins in your body that's rotten and you're not passing it. So I went to a doctor in California a couple of years back, and I was complaining, like, you know, something's going on. Like, I'm having a hard time having bowel movements. My stomach is hurting all the time. It's like this rotten smell that's in my system, from my breath to in my whole body and system. And I went to a gastrologist then, and he said, well, the surgery that I had done wasn't done properly, and that I needed to go back to that doctor. So I remember having that surgery done. I went to Sacramento and got that information because it was before my grandmother had passed away, and I stayed out there in 2017. And I went to the emergency room, because I was in so much pain. And they said the guy said that I had stools backed up, weeks of stools backed up in my system. I remember them giving me some type of powder. It helped a little bit, didn't help a whole lot. And then I went to a gastrologist. They referred me to a gastrologist out there. And then when I went to the gastrologist, they said, well, the surgery that you had done, whoever did your surgery did it wrong. They didn't do it right. And that's when that surgery got done here in Reno. So that was when I was really I knew something was going on, but I couldn't pinpoint what was going on. So, you know, like I said, you can't trust doctors, dentists. You can't trust anyone. So I don't know what he did to compromise my system to have it so messed up. But, you know, I'm pretty sure when they go to talk about me or whatever they do, they're talking about the odor and the smell also to the world and to society. Because sometimes you can actually smell it. And when I went to the gastrologist out here, she was saying that she gave me the same powder they gave me in Sacramento, and she was just telling me that she didn't say nothing was wrong with the procedure that the doctor out here did. No, but she was saying that I was backed up, and when your system doesn't clean out, then the stools start to smell really bad. Like if someone's just putting garbage in the garbage can but not emptying out the garbage, basically. So that's what I've been going through also. So it's just like kind of for me, since I don't want another doctor to go in there, because at this point you can't trust anyone. You don't know what they're doing when they put you to sleep. Just trying to eat healthier, but some days are bad. For a while I just really went off the grid, where I didn't care what I ate. I didn't care what I was doing, because it was just getting to me. This whole targeting stuff had really gotten to me really bad, you know? And, you know, it just feels like we're outnumbered. Like, I'm just, you know, I've gained an attitude from this. I've been mean. I don't even want to be around anybody, or even if they're nice to me or not. Like, I don't even trust anyone no more. Like, my whole trust is just shattered. So when you have a shattered trust or anything like that, it's going to be hard for you to really be in a relationship with anybody, especially a person that doesn't know what you truly go through day in, day out. You can explain it to them, but they don't want to hear it. They're tired of hearing you talk about being targeted and who's following you and who said what and all that. They don't want to hear that, because they're not living that life. So it's just really hard. I mean, it's not impossible, but you know. And then you see, it seems like people come from everywhere just to see who you are, or just to be a part of to hop on the bandwagon, or to judge you, or to whatever. You know, I used to take pride, like I said before, I used to take pride in getting dressed and doing my hair, and not anymore. It's not, I mean, you don't even have privacy in your own life. So what, you know, I'm just looking at it like, what for? I don't know. I mean, I know that I need to really get back into my Bible and really, but I think a lot of my stuff anyways has a lot to do with healing. I think that I really need to heal. I have a lot of healing to do, because a lot of things I did bring onto myself, and I'm acknowledging that a lot of things are bad decisions I did bring onto myself. But for this whole targeting stuff like this, no. No. It's just like, do I just stay in my house and just try to ignore the outside world, or do I come out and breathe? You know, now we're on COVID. You know, I got depressed children running around. I don't know. I just think we have to create our own environment. And then the whole thing of, like, before I even, like, got off track, it was like I was associating myself with a lot of targeted individuals. And I think that could have had something to do with my break as well, is because that's all we were talking about. Like, that's it. Like, just consumed with targeting stuff. Just, you know, constant targeting stuff just on your head, on your mind, on your mind, on your mind. That's a lot. It was just too damn much. It was too much. And then it seemed like, since I've been going through this, I was never racist to begin with. That's why I have biracial children. But going through this, it has made me, to some point, very racist, especially against white women. I don't know, for some white people in general, but white women too. And it can have something to do with black men. I don't really know what the root of it is, but I'm starting to see that that's very ugly for me to be racist, because God has love in children in all races. So I had to take a step back and really, analyze that and take that in. I could be overlooking some of God's true people, because of me wanting to be racist or fighting fire with fire, It's like 1,000 people have did something horrible to me or said something horrible about me. So I want the whole crew of them. I want to categorize the whole crew. No, and that's not fair. So yeah. And then it's like I'm in this relationship and I'm arguing a lot in the relationship, because it's like, just doesn't understand. But it's like, okay, so be in the relationship or just fend for me and myself with me and my kids. I'm not sure. I don't think that, one thing I don't think that we should lose touch with, I don't think that we should lose touch. Now look at this security lady, just popped up while I'm making a video, sitting in the parking lot to get my car checked on. She gonna drive by here to check on me. I mean, I don't think you should lose touch with targeted individuals, but I do think that when you overload yourself with video after video from this person, that person, that person, this person, it can be very consuming. Yeah. But see how I'm recording? Miss Lollipop just pulled up with the security car with her security stuff in the parking lot. I don't know if these people think that they're like helping. I don't know what these people think they're doing. But yeah, so she's gonna stay seated, posted in her vehicle with her security car, just to be sitting there. It's only one guy that's working here. There's only one guy that is working here. And see this other car creeping. There's actually like one guy that is working here at the Pet Boys service. But he seems like he's really busy, so I think that I'm going to have to come back another day or something. You know, being a TI, it runs neck to neck with having car trouble. Like that's just part of it. Lately my car I'm gonna show you what kind of noise it's been making. I gotta go get my key from this lady. Excuse me, I'll just come back when there's more help or whatever.
Okay. So would you like me to set you up a different appointment or?
Well, yeah, when's a better time to come in?
Friday I am completely open. I have from 9 a.m. all the way to 3 p.m.
9.
9? Okay. All right, you're already set to go for Friday at 9.
Okay. Okay, so it'll be $27, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So I'll come back on Friday at 9 when there's more mechanics, because see, it's only one mechanic here. So I'll be waiting for a while, I guess. But I did have an appointment, but they're just short on staff. And this is what I've learned from the little time that I've had away, is that you have to get out of your emotions. You have to get out of your emotions. Because when you get in your emotions, you play yourself. It's not just the devil and the demons and these foot soldiers going after you. When you get into your emotions, you leave yourself open. You know what I mean? You leave yourself open. So I guess that's when you have to really think and have trust and faith in God, you know. But I think that also does come from healing. You have to heal yourself. You have to find a way to heal yourself so that your emotions are not pulling you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, when this comes up, I already know what it is. I got control over it. I'm healed from this area of my life, or I'm at, or I'm good on this, and you got to keep pushing. But when you get caught up in your emotions, you're trying to do anything to take away that pain or that hurt, or trying not to think about it, you know? So you just got to be strong. I have definitely more videos to upload and share. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing good. And oh, you guys, maybe somebody knows what this sound is. Hold on, not my seatbelt sound, but I'm gonna let you guys hear it from my car. drive though.